Hello and welcome to another game from the IMBA Cup. This is round, actually round 2 in the losers bracket now. We got Rick and SmuggledBrain. SmuggledBrain did pretty well as a Curry Smuggler in the previous IMBA Cup, and Rick is a first-time participant in the IMBA Cup, in this IMBA Cup 2. Got beat pretty bad in the first round. So now finds himself here with SmuggledBrain. I believe SmuggledBrain lost to UberGeek or someone. Actually don't remember, so I won't say. But he is going first bomber here with Seraphim. See how that turns out. 2 pigeons with the bomber, so that may be a power stall for SmuggledBrain. Here comes the bomber. We've got an early scout now from Rick. He's got multiple engineers, so a scout that engineers, the scout is going to see this bomber. Let's see how Rick takes care of the situation. He's got an Aurora coming out. He decided not to cancel. Here comes first bomb, completely missed. Second bomb takes out an engineer, so an effective bomber there from and still just Auroras. These Auroras are going to die, but a stationary, nice stationary turret from Rick, and that should cause his brain to turn around. This bomber survives with 42 kills. 42 health, and now with 3 kills. Some Auroras here, perhaps should be flak. They're in pretty much bad territory there. So Rick getting second land, decided not to go air quite yet. There goes one of the Auroras. 4 kills now for SmuggledBrain's bomber. It's really been the story of this game so far. That bomb misses. Nice dodge from Rick, and back at SmuggledBrain's base, another bomber comes out. He's going to go with 4 land. So Tech 1 land and a really strong Tech 1 air so far. Looks like the bomber finally died. Some more mobile flag coming out from Rick. This bomber is in the air now. And now this entire game, SmuggledBrain with these bombers has seen exactly what's happening on all sides of the map, and able to pick off any targets that don't have a whole bunch of flak next to them. This is basically all the flak force plus a couple scouts. And now the land from SmuggledBrain is moving out. So far SmuggledBrain has just been much better. We got 3rd air coming out with some interceptors from Rick. 4th land. He's got a Hydra, not too much more air, not too much more power. That was an excellent bomb. 3 kills now for SmuggledBrain's second bomber. And now he's also got interceptors. Now interceptors for Rick. So both players got some Air Force. First Air Force kill is for Rick with the interceptor. And an interceptor coming out for SmuggledBrain, but it'll be a 2v1. So it looks like Rick is going to retake air. And of course, if you're playing with Aeon, you do not want to lose air. It's one of the first things that Rick had to do, and he's done it so far. But he's got a pretty long way back. He is losing map control. See here Rick's ACU now retreating. SmuggledBrain actually threatening about marching directly into Rick's base. Not sure if he realizes just in how good position he was. With Rick so far out position, he could have just marched in, started killing things, and Rick would not have a base, but he did not do that. He is trying to be sneaky here. It's hard to be sneaky against Aurora. He's got a very long range. And got some radar here for Rick. Although big numbers for SmuggledBrain, this could be big trouble for Rick. And now looks like we got multiple things going on. A whole bunch of bombers for Rick now. SmuggledBrain going after Rick's ACU, but it looks like the Auroras were able to put out the fire back at the Rick's base. So he's got a whole bunch to reclaim, which he's doing right away. This is really good stuff from Rick now. But elsewhere, a pretty big push from SmuggledBrain against Rick's ACU. The Auroras, it's nice land production here from Rick. He's got plenty of Auroras, and SmuggledBrain's got to be very careful. He's just lost all his units, and this is the way these Aeon fights look. The Aeon don't really touch you. They stay out of range, and they just pick off all your tanks, and suddenly you find yourself naked, like SmuggledBrain now retreating. 2 kills. He's got a long waist toward a veterancy, and now you got some tanks trying to catch up. Going in one by one, just get totally overpowered by these Auroras. And we've just saw that at Tech 1, Aeon completely dominate with these units. On a flat ground like this, Theta, Aeon's just too good. And SmuggledBrain here beginning to Yeah, he's now down to nothing. Died with about 7 kills. A very nice push from SmuggledBrain. Perhaps instead of standing there, if he attacked the base, instead of attacking both the base and the ACU, he would have won the game. Rick was in a terrible spot, but Rick used the same Auroras to basically defend his base. Take care of one problem, move in, and try to help out the ACU. So good stuff from Rick, keeping all his units together, and Auroras won this one for him, so he moves on.